Danielle Reyes reacts to angry Traitors fans. Danielle is playing one of the worst Traitors game of all time. Danielle Reyes was chosen as a traitor for the third season of the Traitors. This means she is working with other traitors to steal a cash prize from the regular players. Carolyn Weiger from Survivor and Bob, the drag queen from RuPaul's Drag Race, were teamed up with the Big Brother alum. Boston Rob Mariano was added as a fourth traitor a bit later. Some of Danielle's decisions have led to some frustrated fans, especially those folks supporting the Real Housewives. Danielle has already helped remove Dorinda Medley from RHONO, Channel IN from RHOD, and Robin Dixon from RHOP. The Traitors have murdered 4 people so far, and 3 of them were from Real Housewives franchises. Meanwhile, Boston Rob worked to eliminate Bob, the drag queen, leading to Bob getting banished at a roundtable with additional votes from Danielle and Carolyn. Danielle told the cameras she wanted to remove Carolyn and add a new traitor to help her remove Rob. Danielle Reyes shares a new video about the Traitors 3. "I just woke up, and ooh, y'all is mad." Danielle Reyes began a new video she shared online. "But I get it. I totally get it," Danielle added. "I'll explain it more in detail. There's a lot of backstory, but I get it. I totally get it." So to the fans, "Woo, I know it's messy. It's so messy," Danielle stated later in the video. She then trails off and tells people they must watch the Traitors 3 reunion to learn why she turned on the Real Housewives and Carolyn Weiger. The Traitors 3 reunion show drops on the same night as the season finale in March. Will it have all the answers that fans want? Traitors fans post about Danielle's gameplay. "Danielle is giving Dan a run for his money as the worst traitor in Traitors history," posted a Traitors fan. The fan referenced Dan Giesling from the Traitors 2, who had much trouble being a traitor, leading to many terrible game moves. Danielle saying she needs to banish Carolyn in order to get a traitor who will work with her to get Boston Rob out, even though Carolyn also wants to get Boston Rob out. "Girlie, the only one hurting your game is you #the Traitors #the Traitors," wrote another fan who couldn't make sense of her moves. So Danielle wants to kill a traitor to get another traitor to *checks notes *kill another traitor. Danielle is playing one of the worst Traitors game of all time #the Traitors #the Traitors. They posted. More news from the Traitors. Tom Sandoval got roasted by an online sketch. The Vanderpump Rules alum is also on the Traitors 3 and not making good game moves. 2-time Survivor winner Tony Vlachos predicted that Carolyn Weiger would win. His exit interview gave Carolyn many compliments. And Carolyn also addressed how Danielle Reyes has treated her thus far. Will she make bold moves before Danielle takes her out? Previous episodes of The Traitors are streaming on Peacock. Danielle Reyes sat in the plush, dimly lit lounge of the Traitors Manor, sipping a glass of red wine as she scrolled through social media on her phone. The notifications were endless mentions, tags, hashtags, and memes that had her face plastered everywhere. The phrase "worst Traitors game of all time" popped up in bold letters on a fan account with thousands of followers. Danielle's perfectly arched eyebrow lifted as she clicked on the post. The caption read, "Danielle Reyes, a Big Brother legend, has officially tarnished her reputation. This isn't strategy. This is chaos. #Traitors #Traitors NBC." Below the caption were hundreds of comments, some brutal, some defending her, but most agreeing that her Traitors gameplay had been a disaster. Danielle wasn't the type to shy away from criticism. She leaned back, swirling her wine as she read through the comments. Is she even trying? Or is this some weird performance art? Danielle's betraying people who trust her and then crying about it. Make it make sense. Girl, stick to Big Brother. Traitors isn't your lane. There were a few defenders. Y'all forget she's playing against some of the smartest people in reality TV. Cut her some slack. Maybe this is her strategy. Confuse everyone, including herself. Danielle couldn't help but laugh at that last one. Confuse everyone, including myself, she muttered. Not far from the truth. A knock at the door broke her concentration. She glanced up to see Quentin, one of her few allies in the game, standing in the doorway. His expression was a mix of concern and curiosity. "Everything okay?" he asked, stepping into the room. Danielle waved her phone in the air. "Just catching up on my fan reviews. Apparently, I'm the worst traitor of all time." Quentin chuckled nervously. "Well, social media can be brutal. You know that." "Oh, I know," Danielle said, setting her phone down. "But this is next-level hate. I think some of these people might actually believe I'm the Antichrist." Quentin sat across from her, his demeanor shifting to something more serious. "So are you okay?" Danielle took a deep breath. "You know, it's funny. I've been through this kind of thing before. Big Brother fans weren't exactly kind when I played back then, but this feels different. It's like people are angry that I'm not living up to some imaginary standard they've set for me." "Well, to be fair," Quentin said cautiously, "you've made some questionable moves." Danielle shot him a look, but there was no malice in it. "Oh, you mean like throwing suspicion on my closest ally, then immediately trying to backtrack when everyone believed me? Or getting caught in a lie because I forgot what story I told to who?" "Yeah, I'd call those questionable too." Quentin laughed. "At least you're self-aware." Danielle sighed, leaning forward. "Look, I know I've been messy. I know I've made mistakes. But you know what? This game is insane. It's not like Big Brother, where you have weeks to build trust and plant seeds. Here, you blink, and suddenly you're public enemy number one." "So what are you going to do about it?" Quentin asked. Danielle's eyes sparkled with a hint of her old, legendary fire. "Oh, I'm not done yet. If they think I'm playing the worst game of all time, maybe I'll lean into it. Be the chaos they want to see." Quentin tilted his head. "You're seriously considering that?" "Why not?" Danielle said, her tone light but her intent serious. "Everyone's expecting me to crash and burn anyway. What if I use that to my advantage? Let them underestimate me. Let them think I'm floundering while I'm secretly planting the seeds for my comeback." Quentin looked skeptical. "And what happens if it backfires?" Danielle shrugged. "Then I'll go down as the most talked-about traitor in history. Either way, I win." Later that evening, Danielle decided to address the fan backlash directly. She filmed a short video on her phone, sitting in front of the manor's roaring fireplace. "Hey, Traitors fans," she began, her voice calm but laced with her signature sass. "I've seen the tweets, the memes, the think pieces. Danielle is playing the worst Traitors game of all time. Trust me, I've heard you loud and clear." She paused, letting her words sink in before continuing. "And you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe I am messy. Maybe I've made some bad moves. But let me remind you of something. This game is called Traitors. It's not supposed to be pretty. It's not supposed to make sense. It's supposed to be chaos, deception, and backstabbing. And if you think I'm not delivering on that, then you're not paying attention." Danielle leaned in closer to the camera, her expression softening. "I've been in the reality TV game for a long time. I know how these things work. You love to hate me now, but by the end of this, you might just be rooting for me. Or not. Either way, I'm having the time of my life." She ended the video with a wink and posted it to her social media accounts. Within minutes, the responses started pouring in. Some fans doubled down on their criticism, but others began to soften. "She's right, though. The game is supposed to be messy. Okay, I kinda respect her for owning it. Danielle's self-awareness just saved her for me. I'm back on board." The next morning, Danielle woke up to find #Team Danielle trending. Smirking, she turned to Quentin at breakfast. "Told you. Chaos is a strategy." Quentin shook his head, laughing. "You're something else, Danielle Reyes." "Damn right I am," she said, grabbing a piece of toast. "Now let's figure out who we're throwing under the bus next."